It's time for the Dr. Tongie Show.
Hey, you're on the air with Dr. Tongie. Talk to me.
As soon as I hear your voice, Dr. Tongie, my day is better.
Hey, Dr. Tongie. I took your advice and made some changes in my life. And you know what? I've been winning ever since. Thank you for your advice.
Now, here's Dr. Tongie.
Hey, welcome to the show that is founded on kingdom principles, the show that kind of helps you move from where you are to where you want to be. It's a show that chronicles everything that we're doing here in the marketplace, and we're so blessed and so fortunate to have people that are doing exactly what you're doing. They're getting up, they're moving, they're becoming an influence, or perhaps they're an influence and becoming very affluential as well. As you can tell, I do not have my girl, the executive producer, Kitty of the City, here with me, but she's here in spirit. And of course, we have our gentleman, Mr. KJ Powell. If I tell you that he's on the ones and twos, I would be telling my age, and it would make no sense. So today we've got a gentleman that is actually doing some wonderful things in the marketplace. He is infectiously happy. He's the CEO of a company that, well, you know what? I'm telling way too much. And if Jeannie was here, she'd say, hey, T, no, go ahead and do you. So I'm going to do me. And then we're going to have this wonderful person to tell us how he did it, what he's doing, who he is, and to give us some pointers on helping us, we're doing life together, move from here to there. On Monday, we did a show called Talk to Tongie. And I'm really excited about that show because it's an interactive way that you and I can kind of stay, in the mix of things. I've got an idea that's kind of brewing so that it'll be a little bit more personal and you'll actually have to be a participant. Jeannie will tell you more about that. But I want to continue with the principle that we were talking about on Monday, which was simply finish what you start. And I gave you just a couple of pointers, right? So today we're going to just delve in those pointers just a little bit more. Now, if you happen to have missed Talk to Tongie, it's on Facebook Live every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? Monday's show, we talked about committing to yourself. We talked about showing up. We discussed just do it. And then, of course, the ultimate finish what you start. With the commit to yourself, I wrote it down because it was coming, the ideas and the principles were coming so fast that I said, you know what, I'll write it. I'm not normally a writer, but I really want you to get it. So I wrote it. When we're talking about committing to yourself, here's what I want you to remember. This particular commit to yourself is where you bring a change of mind to what you're about to do or what you're planning to do or what you're doing. That change of mind is your knowing that you can do it, you're doing it, but you're committing, you're going to hold yourself accountable in this particular space here, in this phase. Commit to yourself. When I talked about showing up, that's the second entity of the principle, finish what you start. This particular space here, you're showing up, it's just, you've committed. Now you're going to accept the truth about you. Now, here's what I mean. It's a fact that oftentimes you don't have the wherewithal or the funds, okay, to do the plan that you said, okay, this is what I'm going to commit to. That's a fact. But if you're like me, the school of thought is facts are subject to change. The truth is you have everything you need in you to be successful. Yes, I understand. If you're building a house, you're going to count the cost, right? You're going to look and see exactly, what it's going to cost you, whether it's your foundation or your studs or whatever it is to build a house. Same difference when you're committing to yourself. You're going to commit to yourself and you're going to show up. You got to show up, but you have to show up with the right frame of mind. So change your mind, or change will be forced upon you. But if you take time to say, you know what, I am going to commit to myself and I'm going to show up, then you're ready for that third installment of the phase, which is just do it. And Nike has this thing when they command you, just do it, right? So here's the same command that you're placing on yourself. In this particular just do it, this phase is where you're going to talk yourself into doing it. Now, let me kind of put a disclaimer out here. In this phase of do it, you're going to have every reason known to yourself and to others that you've kind of told, this is what I'm going to do. I'm building a house or I'm building a plan. This place right here is very, very sensitive. This is where you literally have to block the noise. And I mean that with all sincerity. Then we have that wonderful phase that says, just finish what you start. Here, you're taking it into consideration everything that you said you were going to do. Every time you wrote pen to paper, every time you prayed, every time you cried, every time a friend told you you can do it, or a friend of me said you couldn't. You're going to commit to yourself like no other. You're going to talk your way through it. You're going to do exactly what you said you're going to do. And you're going to finish what you start. I know these principles work because I use them every single day in my life. And I even said once that I think I'll do a book, What Not to Do. What not to do in business. When you love someone, and that's my commitment to you, I will always challenge myself to show up. And I'm going to challenge you to show up as well. And we're going to do this. And I say, we are going to do this, and we're going to finish strong. And I know you can. And I am very appreciative that you're going to take a chance on yourself. Now, let's go out and let's conquer what we're supposed to conquer. You remember that wonderful person that I told you we had? That would be today's guest, and he's going to give us some nuggets. Well, he's ready. And this gentleman is the CEO of the Happy Entrepreneur Project, and he's none other than Mr. Chet Brown. Are you there, sir?
Well, it's a great day. My name is Jay Brown. Mic check. I'm in the house.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so very much for showing up for you and showing up for the listeners and showing up for me. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I love what you're doing. For those folks that are tuning in, one of the things I know about the Dr. Tongie show is that it's a good use of your time. But you need to make sure you share the message out. Pay it forward.
Wow.
Share it with someone in your network and share it with someone else. We believe in the giver's economy. Put that in your notes, the giver's economy. That's what Dr. Tongie is doing. The giver economy says the person that outgives their competition out-earns their competition. You heard us just talking about business, right?
Wow.
But the person that outgives their competition out-earns their competition. So thank you for all you're doing. Thank you, Dr. Tongie, for being part of the giver's economy.
Wow.
You are amazing, and you are a rock star.
Hey, thank you so very much. To God be the glory, and so are you. So now, the Happy Project, please enlighten us, if you will.
Sure. One of the reasons that we founded the Happy Entrepreneurs Network in the project is that we were on a mission. And we understood right now that there are a number of entrepreneurs, they're walking around, Dr. Tongie, and they're telling themselves, look, I can't be happy and an entrepreneur. In fact, I had a conversation with that someone last week that you can't have those two words in the same sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found is that people were out every day and they were like, you know what? I'm on my grind. You know what? I'm a solopreneur. You know what? I'm a give it all I canpreneur. And I said to myself, you know what? You don't have to sacrifice your family. You don't have to sacrifice your health. Mm-hmm. You don't have to sacrifice your relationships to be in business. In fact, you can be happy and you can be in business. Here's your first note. Everyone jot this down in your notes. This is just your very first nugget, and I don't want you to miss this, but put this in your notes. This is one of our beliefs, and here it is. I believe that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. Write that down. That's very important. I don't want you to miss that. The results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. So when you hear a Happy Entrepreneur Network, it is the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And I got to take 30 seconds and let you know that when you hear the word happy, don't think we're walking around jumping up and down. That's not the case. We're happy, but we're not naive, okay? We are happy, but we understand every day is not rainbows, unicorns, and cupcakes. We're happy, but we do not work for free. Let me say that. We don't work for free. We're happy, but we don't always jump up and down. We're not running around with a big smile. We're happy, but we don't pretend that we don't screw up and that our stuff just don't stink. We're happy, but we also don't have all the answers to all the problems and all the solutions. And that's important for someone to understand that the happy entrepreneur is an everyday person, just like me, just like you, just like Dr. Tongie. We get up every single day to help real people who have real problems, give them real solutions so they can get the real results they want in their life. So our mission, as I come back over to you, our mission, and I want to make sure you understand it. So we'll talk about stuff later, but our mission is to inspire, empower, and here it is, provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And that's really, really important. The only reason you're in business is for one reason and one reason only, and that is to solve a problem. Jot this in your notes. I'm coming to you right now, Dr. Tongie. Jot this in your notes. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. Put that in your notes. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. So who are we? We're in the problem-solving business.
I love it. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm just, if you could see me right now, I'm thinking, wait a minute now. Is this guy in my study time at 5:30 in the morning? What's going on here? Your mission just falls so much in line with, honestly, how we are to govern and live our lives every single day. So thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, here we go. You put emphasis on happy heart, happy life, and happy business. Let's start with this happy heart. Are you talking about the wellness, the well-being of a person prior to going into business or already in business? Why the happy heart? What is happy heart?
Right. So when you hear happy heart, I think you meant happy health.
Happy health. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah, you're close. So
okay.
That's right. I want to make sure that I heard you correctly. You do have to have a happy heart. You know, I'm recently married. I just got married in January 30th. So I'm still on my honeymoon year. Okay, so I got a happy heart too, right?
Absolutely.
That's a topic for another time. You got to have me on for another conversation.
Absolutely.
But today, I'm talking to the entrepreneurs regarding happy health. Now,
yes.
Now, look, you already know this. This isn't a new idea, right? You know that you got to take care of yourself before you take care of other folks. And let me tell you why that's important. I'm an athlete. I'm a runner. I run 5 marathons. I have a personal trainer twice a week. I mean, I'm blessed in so many ways that my business affords me to do that. But 2 years ago, my father passed away, May 4th of 2017. In his passing, I didn't take time to mourn. I didn't know that then. I was like many of you. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep on going. I was there. I was able to write the check for the funeral. It's a blessing to be able to do so many things. And then in that August of that year, I had something that hit me, and God, I can't think of the name of it. it's when your side of your face starts going down. How can I get the name of that?
That's Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy.
Bell palsy. I never heard of Bell palsy.
Yeah.
I was talking just like I'm talking to you guys right now, and I'm having a conversation, and people thought I was having a stroke. How can I have a stroke? I'm training for a marathon. Here's why your health is important. I didn't know what I didn't know. I go to the doctor. The doctor says, you got Bell palsy. I didn't know what the LL Cool J Bell palsy was.
Right.
What they told me was, hey, look, it's a nerve that takes place, and it can happen. And don't look back. And I said, what is this? And I said to myself, I didn't know what I didn't know. Here's why I tell you your health is important. Because you can make all the money in the world.
Yes.
But if you don't have your health, you don't have the energy, you don't have the mentality, you can't serve the people you were called to serve and make a difference in their life. And so you've got to make sure you take care of yourself. Here's what I found out. It wasn't about me drinking water. It wasn't about me going to the gym. It wasn't about me running. Check this out. Listen carefully. Don't miss this. It was how I was internalizing things.
Oh, wow.
I was processing everything on the inside. So while I was smiling on the outside, my stress level was tearing me up on the inside. I never knew that. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Absolutely.
And so I was blessed to have a doctor. I'm blessed to have that. Everything returned to normal within about 90 days, which is highly unusual. I was back in my contacts and everything. So here's what I want to tell you. You want to take time right now to do a couple things. The best investment you can ever make is not in a piece of real estate or stock. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Your health is yourself. Yes, you got your health, your mind, your body, and your soul. But let me tell you, you can have the right mindset, but if you don't have the energy inside, it doesn't matter. So take time to take care of your health. When you do that, then you can help other folks. And what's the point, Shay? What can I do? Number one, if you're not being physical, go out there right now, hire yourself a personal trainer. Now, if you're like, Shay, I can't afford a personal trainer, I might not go. And look, get this one phrase. Sales helps you develop the resources necessary to execute the vision in your business. So you have a vision for yourself. One of the visions for yourself is to be healthy, right? That's a vision. So you got to eat the right foods. You got to fuel your body. You got to hire someone to help you. I don't care if it's a personal trainer. I don't care if it's a nutritionist coach. Eat better. That's it. I'll stop right there. I think I made the point. You get it now.
Love it.
This is not a beat me up conversation. That's not where we're going, Dr. Tongie. But it is a conversation about how do I do what I'm doing better tomorrow than I am what? Than I am today. To what? Than I am today. So you're going to, 2 words, take ownership. Take ownership of yourself.
I love it. I absolutely love it, which, of course, segues into your pointer number 2 on a happy life. How do you have a happy life, Mr. Brown? I mean, seriously, you look at everything that's going on, and if you're not gauging it on possessions, then what is a happy life?
Sure. There's 2 things you got to do. You don't gaze it on possessions. You gaze it on the feelings and how you can serve other people. You're absolutely correct. Happy life maybe mean different things to different people. So let me go ahead and frame the conversation so that you are there with me. And I'm going to give you 3 points regarding a happy life. It's part of our core values. You need to go get our core values. You can see in our core values. But one of our core values of a happy life is that we choose positivity and happiness. So we're going to strive to approach things in a positive and optimistic way. It doesn't mean we don't have setbacks. Let me tell you this very quickly. It wasn't all of this way. Okay. When I got started, I only worked for 2 companies my entire career, right? I worked for Citibank after undergraduate. I went to Morgan State University. Didn't do sales. After graduate school, I went to Johns Hopkins University. Didn't do sales. Got laid off back on May 31st, 2004. We talk about your life. We talk about happy life. Got laid off, came home, decided, you know what, I'm going to start my business because my homies had their own business. I said, I'm going to try this thing. Here's what I found out. No one cared about your corporate stuff. No one cared about any letters behind your name. I didn't get hired, ran out of money. Came home one day and my wife had packed up and moved on. How many out there can relate that when the finances stress you, the finances stress the family, then it can cause some other pressures and things happen. Right. Here's why I say happy life. My sons decide they want to live with me. That's not normally what happens. The sons decide they're going to stay with dad. So here I'm now, an entrepreneur. I'm not making any money. I'm newly divorced, burning through my 401k. Talk about a happy life. Don't do that. Don't do that. I did some of that, okay? Don't do what I did. And then I'm upstairs right now talking on the phone just like I am right now.
Uh-huh.
My son's downstairs. Said, Dad, guess what? I said, what? Someone's still in the car. I said, what? So I went down the steps. I look out the window, and guess what? There's a tow truck. They're out there taking my Lexus truck. Now, they weren't still in the car. I looked at the guy. He looked at me. I gave the nod. He gave the wink. I looked at my sons, and I said, the car's not being stolen. He's just taking it to the garage.
Wow.
I lied.
Yeah.
Talk about a happy life.
Yeah.
Now, when I say lied, at that moment, I felt like a failure as a husband, felt like a failure as a father, and I had lied to my sons, which something I told myself I wouldn't do. How many of you out there listening right now have ever had that never again moment?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want you to think for a moment. I'm talking about a happy life. We're going somewhere in a minute. We're going somewhere, but hear me, follow me. That never again moment. If you found yourself in a situation in your life, you say, you know what? Never again will I find myself in this situation. Do me a favor. Take out a piece of paper right now. Just take out a piece of paper and write down what was your never again moment. Like for me, it was like never again would one client make a determination whether my light stayed on.
Wow.
Never again would I lie to my son. Never again would my car be repossessed. Never again would I have to borrow money from family members. Never again would I find myself in bankruptcy. I'm not proud to tell you that, but I've been in bankruptcy. Never again. I had the never again moment. But guess what? Even in that never again moment, talking about a happy life or going somewhere, I didn't change. I tried, but I didn't. And here's what I learned. I hated selling, but I needed it. Talk about a happy life. I hated selling, but I needed it. And I said, you know what? If I can learn this, then I can get the resources that I need. So I learned 3 words. Jot these 3 words in your notes. 3 words. Jot these 3 words in your notes. Selling is power. Selling is power. Selling is power. Selling is what?
Power.
Selling is power. Now, you wrote the list of things and never again. But Shay, if selling is power, what is selling the power to do? For many of you, talk about a happy life. Selling is the power to leave your 9-to-5 job right now and become a full-time entrepreneur, because it gives you the resources you need to go do the things in your business. Selling is the power to send your kids to a school of your choice. I was blessed to send both of my sons to HBCUs. One went to Florida A&M, the other went to St. Augustine down in North Carolina. Selling is the power to be able to pay your mortgage. So when you talk about a happy life, you're talking about the ability to be able to bless someone else to do the things they need to do. Selling is the power to write a check for the causes you believe in or right in your own community. So when I say happy life, it doesn't mean that we don't go through some things.
Right.
It doesn't mean that we don't have some setbacks, but we choose positivity, and you are deliberate about your genuine appreciation. That's part of our core values. So we choose positivity. Happiness isn't smiling. It's putting one foot in front of the other foot, in front of the other foot, in front of the other foot. So we're just everyday people screwing up, making some mistakes, failing, but then getting back up and trying again. So that's what a happy life is about. Now, you might have some stuff you want. I want a car. I want a boat. I want that. But that's not going to bring you happiness. It's when you're able to serve and have the freedom to do what you want to do. I call it your life work.
Your life work.
And when you can do your life work, that's what you would do for free. I believe Dr. Tongie would do this for free. It's a life work. It's what she enjoys doing.
Absolutely. You better believe it. You better believe it.
That's a happy life.
That's a happy life.
What you're doing right now is part of that happy life. For me on here, this is a happy life.
It's a happy
no
life.
Cash App. I didn't send me a Cash App payment. There was no wire payment. I didn't ask for a credit card and check. I'm here to serve. So selling is service. That's the highest level of happiness, when you can do something for someone else, and guess what? They can't do a god darn thing for you. Now, I was talking to someone real quick yesterday. They were sharing with their moment. They said, Shay, when I have my 100th birthday party. So at 100 years old, they're having a birthday party. And it's a woman. And her name is Dr. Sonia. I don't know if you know Dr. Her name is Dr. Sonia Strimmer. Bad sister. She said, you know what, Shay? All I want them to say is, you know what? Mom changed it for us. She says, because I didn't come from a wealthy family, but I'm going to help create a wealthy family. So my kids can do what they want to do, my grandkids, because I paved the way for them. So for some of you, you are that person. That's a happy life. That's serving other people.
Wow. Thank you for that story. I mean, you bring it all home for us. You know that, right? And of course, this happy business, absolutely. Happy business. You've discussed, the health, happy health. You've discussed happy life. What is this happy business, Mr. Brown, that you're saying we can have, the listeners can have? Sure.
Let me give you something that you can walk away with, because on this call, I don't want you, or this broadcast, I don't want you to be inspired and encouraged and motivated. I want you to take action.
Yes.
I want you to be able to do something when you leave here. And so the happy life, when I was referring to that, it was for you to walk away and understand that selling is power for you in your life. And there's some things that aren't just about the materials, but you can be happy because you helped someone else. Now, on the business side, and for my entrepreneurs, I want to recognize you because you're a game changer.
Right.
You're a world changer. You're already a champion. You're already a winner. Only winners show up for the Dr. Tongie show. Only those folks who believe they have the potential inside of them to perform at a higher level show up. So let me give you the next level. When I learned that selling is power, what I learned is that for your business and for you to be happy, you must embrace just one concept. And the concept is that you are a sales visionary. You are a sales visionary. You're a business owner, I get it. You're an entrepreneur, I get it. But at the end of the day, you are a sales visionary. But Shay, I never even heard of the word sales visionary. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad someone shared this because you never know.
Right.
How many ideas do you need to change your life? One. How many ideas? One. Just one good idea. Let me give you one idea in your business. Let me be a little disruptive, right? Let everyone talk about the standard stuff. But let me give you the vision that we have and how we're changing lives all across this world, doing this for 15 years, all the time, full time. Let me share it with you. Here it is. A sales visionary. Jot this down in your notes. Don't miss this. A sales visionary understands that sales, put this down, sales allows me to develop the resources necessary to execute the vision that I have for the people I was called to serve. Let me say that again. You have a vision, right? You're an entrepreneur. Right. You're in business because you have a vision to solve problems, but you have a problem. You have a challenge. You need resources. You need branding. You need marketing. You need sales. You need automation. You need someone to do your website. You need social media. So sales helps me develop the resources necessary to support or to execute the vision that's been given to me. I am a sales visionary. I want you to tell yourself that. I am a sales visionary. I am a what? Sales visionary. Then you have a vision. Now, let me go biblically. Now, that might not be your thing, but there's a good book.
Absolutely.
Book. And in this book, there's a Bible. There's a guy named Noah. Now, I grew up in the Pentecostal, Christian kid. So, and Noah didn't have the vision.
Right.
The vision was given to him by God. That's what the book says. And he had this vision. But Noah couldn't execute the vision for himself, just like you. The vision is bigger than you for the people you were called to serve. Noah needed resources. Right. Noah doesn't build an ark. He needed a hammer. He needed a nail. He needed wood. He needed a team of people to help him. And you are just like that. So if you are listening right now, and I'm going to give you the formula, but if you're listening right now and you're saying, Shay, my bank account doesn't reflect how good I am, it's not because you're not good, it's because you're lacking the resources necessary to execute the vision. Or maybe you're doing really, really well, and you say, Shay, I'm working too hard. I got to reduce my what? Labor. The number one addiction we have is as entrepreneurs is an addiction to our labor. It's the primary way or mechanism of how we make money. So if we're not out there doing the work, nothing happens. Right. So what is a sales visionary? Let me tell you again, a sales visionary understands that it allows you to develop the resources necessary to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve. I want you to write this in your notes. I am a sales visionary. Write this in your notes. I am a sales visionary. Write this in your notes. I am a sales visionary. Now, here's what I know. You might be listening and you're a business owner. You say, Shay, I hate sales. Okay, I'm hearing you. Shay, I don't even like sales. Okay, I hear you. Shay, you don't understand. I don't want to sell. But let me share something with you. This is for your business owner. This is my entrepreneurs. When you don't sell, you don't have the resources to execute the vision. Okay. And sales is just a form of accountability, but it's the number one form of accountability avoided by entrepreneurs. Wow. And so you might have been told like me when you was in business, Shay, it's about the numbers. Right. Talk to more people, you might make more money. Right. Talk to more people, you might make more money. Now, I understand you got marketing. I understand you got branding. I understand you got a website. But here's what I came to share with you right now. Sales is not about numbers. I told you I came to be disruptive. Sales is not about numbers. Sales is about being accountable to the people you were called to serve. So I don't even work with salespeople. This is a revelation I had. It took me 15 years to get here. I don't work with salespeople. I work with sales visionaries. The vision just represents what you want to do for the people and the difference you want to make in their what? In their life. Yeah. So if you're out there right now and you're thinking to yourself, I don't like sales, and I want you to know that without sales, your vision is not going anywhere. Like It's not even your vision, right? It was a vision that was given to you, passed through you for someone else. Write this in your notes. Just put this in your notes. You can't hate sales and love your vision. You can't do it. No more than you can love your vision and hate sales. So with that being said, jot these 3 things in your notes. I love my vision and I love sales. I love my vision and I love sales. I love my vision and I love sales. So when you wake up as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you will be happy in your business. The only way to be happy is to develop the resources that you need in your business to execute the vision that was given to you, because selling equals service, and you can't sell or you can't help anyone else if you don't have the what? The resources. So the question I ask for you right now as you're listening is, are you a sales visionary or are you just a product pushing pimp? That's something to sell. That's not you. And you know it's not you. You're not a product pushing pimp. That's not you. So I want you to think sales visionary. Think sales visionary. Think what? Sales visionary. So that's my message that I just wanted to share. And why do I say that? And that's not about the sales, but it's about having the resources. Is that I know that you have potential inside of you. I know you want to help other people, and I know you want to make a difference. I'll break down sales visionary approach in a minute, and I'll come back to you now, Dr. Tongie, but I want you to know the sales allows you to develop the resources necessary to support your vision. Think sales visionary. Wow. Think sales visionary. You're at a much higher level right now. Yes. And so that's why you show up on this program. Yes. That's why you're here. And when you embrace sales, you're embracing the responsibility to manifest the vision that you were given to you. Now, maybe you don't have a vision. Some of you say, I got a product. They buy the product, say that's it. That's fine. And I'll put you in that category of 98% or 99% of the people in the world. But the folks that are on here, there's a 1% of you listening right now. You're like, no. I do this because I make a difference in someone's life. Absolutely. I do this because I change businesses. Right. I do this to make my community better, to make my nation better, make the world better. I'm here to leave it better than I found it. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. It's not about the money. Absolutely. But it's about what the money would do for you. You want to have more meaning in the world, not just more money. You want to have more impact in the world, not just more income. And I'll close with this and turn to you with Dr. Tongie. Dr. Tongie, is you want to make $1 and a difference at the same time. If that's you, just write it in your notes. Make $1 and a difference. That's what makes you have a happy business. It's the good you're doing for other folks. You're a sales visionary. Absolutely. Check your vision out.
I love it.
Back over to you, Dr. Tongie.
Shay, I'm about to scream. We're on the 4th floor of this beautiful building. I'm about to jump head first because this is good stuff. And I honestly hope that people are listening and they're doing exactly what you're asking and commanding them to do, and write your notes, write them down, because, you're going to go back to them and you'll have them right there, to do, not just to read it and say, she had a really good person on the line and it was wonderful, but we want you to do it. These are the sacrifices that we make for people to live the life. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. You've got to be able to do that. See, Dr. Tongie, I recall when I got started, I just didn't know, right? And in the beginning, when I worked with my mentor, I was like a parrot. Whatever he said, I said. But over time, we kind of develop our own style. Right. And so what I want you to walk away with from a business perspective is just a sales visionary approach. It's just 3 steps. I'm going to give you 3. I want you to have a takeaway. I don't want you to jump around and shout and be excited. Right. I want you to walk out here and say, you know what? This is a formula. Like, this is the formula. That guy, the happy entrepreneur, Shay Brown, he showed up because he believes in a system, he believes in a structure, and he believes in a sequence, and that's going to equal the sales you need. So let me give you a structure. A structure is a sales visionary approach. It's 3 steps, and this is what you need to do to create a breakthrough in your business, right? In your business. Step number 1, the formula, is you got signature selling style. Put that in your notes, just for fun. If you're doing this, just put this for fun. This will be fun for you. But signature selling style. I'm glad you're taking notes. Because none of us have a perfect memory. We just don't. We don't. Right. Okay. And then number 2, selling signature style, define in a minute, plus buyer's profile. Okay. Plus neural linguistic sales equals sales visionary approach. All right, Shay, break it down for me real quick. You only got 2 minutes. You got it. We only have so much time. I
Yes.
wish we had.
I know,
more time,
right?
but
I know.
We have so much time today. So here it is. Let me give it to you so you don't say, Shay, you left me hanging out there.
Right,
I don't
right.
want that to happen.
Right.
Not for you. No. Okay, so let me give you the ABCs.
Okay.
Signature selling style. Your
Yes.
signature selling style is how you sell based on your DNA, based on your experience, and based on your expertise. You don't want to sell like a woman. You don't want to sell like your coach. You want to sell like who you are. Most folks have never identified their signature selling style.
Mhm.
It is an assessment that you take so you understand your personality. You already say the same thing, and there's 7 signature selling styles. Now, I don't have time to get into those right now.
Yeah.
Because for some of you, you're the drill sergeant. I get
Mm.
it. You come very direct. Some of you have the heart-centered sales approach. You sell from the heart. You got to feel them. Others of you have a professor's signature selling style. My business partner, Trevor Ott, may have been on here. And as a professor, they're going to teach you something first. I don't know what your style is, but if you're out there winging it, shoot from the hip, shoot from the lip, trying to be continuously, spontaneously brilliant, you're working too hard. Learn your signature selling style. We developed it and created it because it works. Signature selling style doesn't cost you anything. You take the assessment later. Signature selling style plus, so this is what you are saying, plus your buyer's profile. There's 10 different buyer profiles. So now you understand how you talk. Now you're understanding how they buy. Because what if you are over here, the intuitive signature selling style? That means you sell based on your intuition, based on your feeling, based on your gut, and some other things. But you're talking to a buyer profile that's a brand loyalist. Like, now, brand loyalists will always buy.
Right.
But they're going to take a baby step with you first because they're loyal to what they already have.
Right.
Then you got to have different language patterns going back and forth. And it's possible you're not saying the wrong thing. Look, sales drives the conversation. I want you to write this in your notes. This is Shayism. I give you a couple of golden nuggets. I don't know how many I've given you, but put this in your notes. If you can't commit to your sale, you can't be in business. Let me say this again. If you can't commit to your sales, you can't be in business. So you got to learn the buyer's profile so you at least know who you're talking to, or your company knows who they are marketing to. Marketing does not drive the conversation. Sales says, look, this is who we're looking for. You go find them. Your only job is to identify them, and then we share with them how we solve a problem. So now you got signature selling style. See, I didn't even know that. Cool. Glad you're here. You should thank Dr. Tongie. She should charge you for this call. Plus buyer's profile. Jay, didn't even know that. Cool. That's why you're a sales visionary, baby. We do things differently. This is what we do. Plus, the last piece is called neural linguistic sales. Jot that in, don't miss that. Neural linguistic sales. Neural linguistic sales is the study of language patterns and how it impacts the sales process. It's really what you say. It's having the right words at the right time for the right person. That's all. It's having the right words. Don't use a sales script. Scripts are for actors, and you are not an actor. Hashtag no more sales scripts. Why did I say that? Hashtag no more sales scripts. So now you got to form it to a sales visionary approach. Signature selling style, got it, Shay. I'm going to learn how I speak in my own language. Plus, buyer's profile, cool, thanks a lot. Plus, I have the right words, neural linguistic sales. That equals the sales visionary approach. So now you're not trying to convince nobody. You're not persuade nobody. You just show up and share how you solve a problem. And you can do that.
Wow.
That helps you be a what? Happy business owner.
Business.
I had to break that thing down. I wasn't going to do it, but you gave me a few minutes. So
I know, right?
I just had to. Back over you. I'm done. Back over you.
My
God.
God.
Out here. This is so much fun. I'm so glad I'm here.
I am so glad you're
I
here.
called 3 minutes early. And guess what? I had to call again and say, look, did I call the right number? She said, call on time. I said, great. They said, call at 5 minutes. You better not be sick. I said, I'll be right there.
I love it.
20 minutes early.
Yeah. I love it because, and it's just so reflective of who you are. This person who said, you know what, I am going to take control of my life. And that's basically what you've done. You have, like you said, it was already there, prior to being placed in your mom's womb, but you're living the life that so many people want to kind of take hold and do. You have control over your circumstances. And that is, you've demonstrated what a kingdom principle is, because that is what it is. It gives you control over your circumstances, but you got to do. And that's so important. It's very, very important. Thank you for that. Thank you. I just, I've got a couple of more questions, but you've given us so much Thank you, sir. Honestly, thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's an honor. It's a privilege. And thank all the listeners. Without the listeners,
yes.
there's no show.
Oh,
so
I know.
You,
thank you. And I tell him, yeah, thank you for showing up, What are the best ways to get services, product, or brand noticed in a saturated market? How do you do that? What are the best ways? 3 best ways that you would say, hey, I've taken a look at what you're doing. Okay, you've got your vision down here. You've got your mission statement. You're ready to launch. Now let me show you just 3 quick little ways that you can do it in conjunction with what you've already said.
Sure. So there's 3 things I'm going to suggest that you do immediately, and this is going to help you. The first step that I'm going to suggest you do is that you work on your inner game. We call it inner game, outer game, and action. I'll make it real easy. The inner, I-N-N-E-R. The inner game is your mindset. It's your belief system. You talked about the market being saturated. I was doing a training for a company called Medtronic. They're a pharmaceutical company, and I was there to help them build their sales team. And one of the things they shared with me is that the market is saturated. What can we do different? And I'm there talking to the sales team at a sales big conference, and I shared something with them that I know is applicable to you. Here's your mindset I want you to have right now. There might not be enough business for everyone doing what you're doing, but there's plenty of business for you. There's plenty of business for you. Jot this in your notes. Leads represent hope. Leads represent hope. You've got to believe that there's people out there who have a problem, and that gives you hope. Number 2, the list of people who don't know you right now is so much longer than the list of people who do know you. Some of you have companies, and so you've got to take that principle and apply that to your team. First thing I do is shift our mindset. Now, that's a mindset. That's a belief. That's a system you can have right now. Number 1, there are too many leads. I mean, there are too many people. Your company can't help everybody the size it is right now. Doesn't that feel good? Number 2, the list of people who don't know you right now is so much longer than the list of people who don't even know you exist. So you've got plenty of opportunity. And number 3, which is very, very important, is that there are too many leads. I can't help everybody. That's just a good mindset. Now, what can you do from an outer game perspective? Number 1 is we're going to be disruptive. We're going to do something different. Shay, what are we going to do? We're only going to focus on 2 areas because you get what you focus on. You get what you focus on. Number 1, there's only 2 things you need to do every single day. This is how they're going to beat the market, beat their competition, right? There's a guy named Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan, during my lifetime, I'm over 50, right? So during my time, he was probably one of the greatest basketball players of his time. And he won 6 NBA titles. He's playing 82 regular season games and 25 playoff games every year. And they asked Michael Jordan a question in the interview. This is what you need to do. And they said, Michael, how did you become the best of all time? And Michael said it was very simple. He said, look, my job every day was to do 2 things. It was either I was out playing basketball at the highest level, or I was practicing to play basketball at the highest level. How does that relate to me, Shay Brown? That means every day when you get up, you only have one responsibility, and that is to get in front of somebody who has a problem and talk about how your company solves it. Now, how do you do that? There's marketing, I get it. There's media, I get it. There's branding, I get it. There's a lot of resources and tools, but you can at least take the principle. A principle is your belief. It's a core value that I have to be in front of someone sharing how we solve a problem. Right. And if I'm not in front of someone, what's the next thing I need to do every day, Shay? There's only 2 things. So you need to be doing everything you can and implementing systems to get in front of people who have a problem. Dr. Tongie having the show allowed me to be here so I can talk to people who have a problem. She provides a platform to help everybody. She says, look, I'm not the answer to everything. Isn't that nice to know? She helps people all over the world. So that's one thing that you can do right now. And with that focus, now I couldn't get it specifically. I would say go back to sales visionary approach, obviously, because I'm biased. But that's another conversation. Right. Here's what I'll give you tangible. Build your 7-figure sales team. One of the things we teach that makes us unique and different from the market is help people build a sales team. If you don't like the sale, the best thing you can do is hire someone that does. And even if you like the sale, you can't do all the selling yourself. So let's now generate revenue from other people who are working on your behalf of your mission, on behalf of your core values, and on behalf of what you believe in. So now I got something, Shay. I don't know how to build a sales team, but then go research, go Google, and maybe she'll get my contact information out later. But I want you to be able to build a sales team. Don't show up at another meeting, not at 6 months from now, 30 days from now, and not have put any effort as an entrepreneur of building a 7-figure sales team that helps you generate resources, that's revenue, in your business without your labor. We got to reduce your labor. And then the last step, I said, inner game, your mindset. Second one is outer game. That's a tactical thing you need to do. Get in front of people and work and get in front of people, and then get me a team of folks who get in front of the people when I'm not there. I'm talking to you right now. I got a team of folks that are taking inbound sales calls. It's amazing. And then number 3 is take action. Tell yourself when you get up in the morning that the universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. You are a master action taker. Why is that? Well, you remember back on December 31st. You were excited. This is the energy I want you to have. I don't want you just running around. This is the vitality I want you to have. December 31st, you were excited. It was going to be a new year, new opportunities. In fact, you wrote down some goals on the back of a napkin. That's a cup of cocktail drink. if you're like me, I was in the bed, by the way. There was a time I took my 2 sons. My 2 sons are going on 30. There was a time I was out, but now I'm in the bed. Don't worry about me. This is about you. You were excited, and you couldn't wait till January 1st. You were going to go to the gym. You were going to go after new clients. You were going to learn new software. You're going to be a media. You're going to build a media empire. This was your year. This was your time. Your breakthrough was here. Here's the action I want you to take. This is one of our core values. This is a belief that we have. I share it with you. Jot this down in your notes. And I want you to tell yourself this 7 times a day for the next 7 days. This is the only homework assignment I'm going to give you. Tell yourself this 7 times a day for the next 7 days, and here it is. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. New opportunities. Today is my January 1st. I get to start all over again. When your feet hit that ground, boom, you say to yourself, you know what? Today is my what? January 1st. You see every day as a new opportunity. You can build on yesterday's success or put its failures behind you and start over again. Your past does not equal your future. Write that in your notes. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. You're going to practice activity and develop habits that will improve your mind, your body, and your soul. The business will come later. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. And even if you don't believe it, when you say to yourself, Shay Brown holds the belief for me. Because sometimes you need someone else to believe in you before you believe in yourself. When my mentor told me 15 years ago I'd be one of the top 5 sales trainers in the world, I said, that's impossible. I don't even like sales. You don't get it. I'm a consultant. Okay, that's what I said 15 years ago. I didn't know any better. My mother dear, was the only one that said, no, you're already number one. Number one.
Wow.
I just told you this. She was the only one that believed in me.
What an incredible
So sometimes you need someone to believe in you. With that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Today is my January 1st. By the way, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today is my January 1st. We got a new opportunity.
My God.
Still yet to come.
Oh, my God. If
that's the energy.
That's it.
That's the mindset.
That's it. And she did it again. And she's not even here, and she's making moves by allowing such a wonderful, wonderful spirit to come on and give us these nuggets that will categorically change your life. And that is what you've done. I am right now, I'm going to be a little selfish here. I'm sure my listeners will say the same, but I am such a better person right now, Shay, because you took time, something that you cannot create. None of us can. You can't make it. You can only do it. Only thing you can do is take it. And you've taken time to, that Christianese would say, sow into us, and you're holding us accountable that we will do and be able to take care of the people we've been assigned to. And for that, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You know, it's an honor. It's a privilege.
Wow.
I certainly appreciate it. You rock. I enjoyed the show. And thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, honey, the best is yet to come, because I need you in my life, not just to give me a feel good message, and it did feel good, but I've got a way now to take actionable steps, and that's for anyone who's listening. Again, the show is to inspire, to motivate you, to help you get from where you are to where you want to be, and I am grateful that you took time. Thank you so much. And we'll definitely be hearing from you really soon again, if you are available.
I'm here. I'm here anytime you call, anytime you send me a note. Expect I will be here. And it's an honor and a privilege to serve. Okay.
How can people find you? I do not want to leave at your presence without letting people know, hey, this is how to find you on social media platforms. How do we find you?
Sure. So there's two things I'm gonna do. Some of you are listening just use with the notes, right? You say I like the notes, and we have the principles. We do teach those. There's no cost. There's no credit card. There's no checkbook. There's no Cash App. There's no wire transfer. You don't need anything. All you need is just a heart to serve and a heart to give. I'm gonna give you a number to text. Okay, you're gonna text this number. You can get your cell phone out right now. You can go over to right now. Open up the messenger. You've done this before. It's not your first rodeo. Open up the messenger and then type this number. It's gonna come to me personally. I'm gonna make sure you not only join, but you can be in the conversation. And I'm gonna send you a free gift, which is the training I just did in more detail, and then invite you to our next session at no cost. Here's the number. You're going to text this number. Text 202 270 166. Oh, that's my personal number. Gee whiz. Check 202 999 3515. 202 999 3515. Text 3 letters. LAB. That stands for lab. LAB. That stands for lab. So you're going to text the word lab, LAB, text the word lab, LAB, to 202 999 3515. And to follow the instructions. You'll be able to find me on social media at Happy Entrepreneurs with an S Tribe. So you can join that. There's no cost. But get the free gift. Get the training. Pay it forward. And let's stay in the conversation so I can learn more about you, the vision you have for yourself, your loved ones, and the people you were called to serve.
All right. And you have it here. Thank you so much, Shed. We love you. Got to go. Thank you guys for showing up for you. Bye. All right. And there you have it. Wow. Stay tuned for more just like this. Bye now.